What's up everyone, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video I'll be showing you all the best features that you can find on the Vivo V11 Pro. Now first I'll be talking about the hardware features, and after that I'll be talking about the software features. So if you're bored anywhere, just skip ahead. By the way, I've already made a dedicated video on the tips and tricks of this phone, so do check that out, link will be in the description. Now with all that said, the first best feature about this phone would definitely be its in-display fingerprint scanner. Now unlike the previous Vivo V9, this phone comes with an in-display fingerprint scanner. This is also the cheapest phone in the Indian market to come with an in-display fingerprint scanner, and the only phone right now with an in-display fingerprint scanner under 30,000 rupees. So right now fingerprint scanner isn't all that fast, but it is kinda usable. Now the next best feature about this phone would be the display. Now once again, unlike the Vivo V9, this phone packs a massive 6.41-inch Super AMOLED display with Full HD Plus resolution with 19.5:9 aspect ratio with the new water drop design. It has really small bezels all around, and that gives it a 91.27% screen to body ratio. So except for this small notch at the top, this phone is truly bezel-less. Now the next best thing about this phone would be the design and build. Now on the back, this phone has a 3D cover featuring a fresh and unconventional fusion color. You get two different shades with shimmering effect, and it does look really pretty. Now besides the gorgeous looks themselves, it is also very well built. It has a thickness of 7.9 mm, and because of the complete plastic build, it weighs just 156 grams, even though it comes with a bigger 3500 mAh battery. Now when you look at other flagships like the S9 Plus or the OnePlus 6, they also come with a similar size battery but come with a glass build, and they are quite heavy. While this phone is slimmer, sleeker, and baseless, and comes with a bigger battery. So on the whole, in terms of design and build, it's really awesome, and that's something I really like about this phone. Now the next best thing about this phone would be the performance. This phone packs a Snapdragon 660 processor with Adreno 512 GPU with 6GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. It is definitely not as powerful as the Snapdragon 845 seen in the Poco F1, but still, considering this is a retail phone, it is still doing a pretty great job in terms of performance, and you will have a pretty great gaming experience because of the massive AMOLED display. Now going on next, it even has a super fast face unlock feature. Now in good lighting conditions, obviously just like the Vivo V9, it is fast, it is instantaneous, and most of the time I couldn't even see the lock screen. But with this phone we also get an infrared sensor on the front to help it unlock the phone faster in low lighting conditions using facial data. So even in low lighting conditions and even in pitch black conditions, face unlock works, and it is super fast. Now going on next, it even comes with pretty good cameras. On the rear, it has a dual camera setup with a 12 megapixel primary camera with dual pixel autofocus with f1.8 aperture, followed by a 5 megapixel secondary camera for depth sensing with f2.4 aperture. On the front, it has a 25 megapixel camera with f2.0 aperture. Now these cameras are not the best in the price segment, but they still do a pretty decent job. Now going on next, this phone even supports portrait mode for both the front and rear cameras. Now these are some sample pictures. Edge detection is pretty good on the rear camera, and it is comparatively better for the front facing camera. Now going on next, this phone even has face beauty mode. Now the name seems very familiar, but usually most of the phones just improve your skin tones. But on this phone, we can see real-time changes to your face. Like we can change skin tones, whiten it, make your face thinner, reshape your face, and do a lot more stuff like that. Now this feature might be replaced with a regular AI mode in the future update. Now going on next, this phone even has face lighting effects. Now just like the iPhone X, we can choose different lighting effects while taking portrait selfies. We can choose between natural light, studio light, stereo light, and monochrome background. These are the sample pictures. Now going on next, this phone offers electronic image stabilization while recording video. Here's the sample footage. Right now stabilization isn't all that great, but with a future update, it might improve. Next, this phone offers slow motion video recording as well. Here's the sample footage. Next we have AR stickers. Now using this feature, we can simply add stickers to your face. There are a lot of them, and you can simply spice up your selfie game with all these stickers. Now next we have short refocus. Now unlike other phones which simply take a portrait shot, on this phone you can actually select a focus point and change the amount of blur effect we want before taking a picture and even after taking a picture. Next, we have navigation gestures. Now just like the iPhone X, we have navigation gestures on this phone. Once you enable it, you can swipe from the left side for toggles, swipe at the center to go home, swipe and hold for recent tabs, and swipe on the right side to go back. If you don't like this setup, you can swap the left and right gestures. Next we have always on display. Now the area near the fingerprint scanner on this phone is always on. You can easily know where the fingerprint scanner is all the time. But if you want to see more information like the time and notification stuff on the display all the time, we can do it on this phone. We also have different clock styles and the option to enable it at a specific time, which I think is really handy. Next we have double click to light. Now just like the name suggests, once you enable this feature, you can double tap the screen to wake it up. This goes very well with the face unlock feature. Just double tap the screen to wake it up, and once your camera sees your face, it will immediately unlock the phone. Next we have some camera gestures. First one is touch to capture. Simply touch the screen to capture the shot. Next we have voice capture. Now once you enable this feature, every time you say cheese, your phone will take a picture. Cheese, cheese, cheese. Now the final gesture is palm. Just show your palm to your camera and it will take a picture in 2 seconds. I find this really handy while taking selfies. Next we have live photo mode. Simply enable it. Every time you take a picture using the front or rear cameras, it will record few seconds as video and link it with your picture. And you can check out that video in this way. It just adds a little story to every picture you take. Next we have a feature called App Clone that allows us to use 2 versions of the same application. We just need to enable this toggle and go to the home screen and enter the edit mode by simply long pressing an icon, and you will be able to see the plus button for the applications that support this feature. As of now, very few applications like WhatsApp, Facebook and Instagram support this feature. Next we have Smart Split. All the phones running Android Nougat and above offer split screen mode, where we can use 2 applications side by side. But Vivo offers a stripped down version of it even in 2018 after all these years. It only works on few applications like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and so on. I really wish Vivo could support split screen mode for all the applications. Vivo also offers us a quick gesture to open the split screen mode. Simply swipe down using 3 fingers in a compatible application to open split screen mode. If the application is not supported, you will simply get an error, and if it is supported, it will open that application in a split screen mode, and in the second window, you can choose the compatible applications. Once the split screen mode is on, you can click at the center for additional options. You can close either of the windows, swap them, or choose a different application. Next, in settings, we have this option called Smart Click. It's a quick shortcut to allow you to perform some actions when you press and hold the volume down button when the display is off. I prefer to use the flash. When the phone is locked, press and hold the volume down button to toggle the flash. By the way, it doesn't work if you're playing some music. You can also choose to record audio, open the camera application and do other stuff. Next we have one-handed mode. This phone has a massive screen and obviously you need 2 hands to use this phone. But for some reason, if you want to use this phone single-handedly, or maybe unlock the passwords or use the keyboard single-handedly, you can do all that from these settings. To completely shrink the screen, you can do this gesture. You can do it again to maximize the screen. Next we have 3-finger screenshot. Before I show you how to use that, let me show you how to take a normal screenshot. Simply press the volume down and power button both at the same time to take a screenshot. Now coming back to the 3-finger screenshot, simply enable it and simply swipe up using 3 fingers to take a screenshot. It is super handy and I really love this feature. Next we have long screenshot. Now once you take a screenshot, you will get a small preview on the top right corner of the screen. Now if you want to take a long screenshot, click the long screenshot button. Your phone will take a long screenshot. Next we have air unlock. If you don't have a password set to your phone, you can simply wave your palm over the proximity sensor to unlock the phone. I wouldn't recommend you using this feature. Simply disable it and make sure you set up a good password for your phone. Next we have some gestures like double tap to sleep. Now once you enable this feature, you can simply double tap on an empty area on your home screen or your lock screen to lock your phone. This is kind of a unique feature and I wish we could do it even from the status bar. Next we have rise to wake, and just as the name suggests, once you enable this feature, when you simply pick up your phone, screen lights up and shows you the lock screen. If you have enabled face unlock, it will instantly unlock the phone, which is a really nice experience. Next we have Smart Keep Bright. Once you enable this feature, your phone will use the front camera to see if you are using the phone. And if you are using the phone, it will keep the screen on. It's a cool feature, but it will drain the battery a little. Next we have a lot of smart call features, which I would recommend you to check them out yourself. You can put the phone near your ear to lift the call, hold it in the hand to turn on the speaker mode, swipe over the proximity sensor to lift the call, and do some other stuff. Next we can shake the phone to turn on the flash. Once you enable this feature, you can shake your phone in the lock screen or the home screen to turn on the flash. You can press the power button to turn it off. If you enable double tap to sleep, it is kinda hard to use this feature. Next we have Smart Reminder. Once you enable this feature, every time you have a missed call or a notification, once you pick up the phone, you will get a gentle reminder. Next we have Super Screenshot. I've already shown you how to take the regular screenshot, 3-finger screenshot and the long screenshot, but this one still offers a lot of things related to the screenshot. So to use the Super Screenshot, just open the notification bar and press the S Capture toggle. From here you can take long screenshots, rectangular screenshots, even record the screen and take some funny screenshots. Next we have Flashlight Notification. Once you enable this toggle, every time you get a call or a message, LED light on the back flickers, giving you a visible indication. It will come in handy if your phone is in silent mode in a dark room. Next we have Easy Touch, which is like a floating bubble just like on an iPhone with some additional options. You can single tap it for additional options, and we can also choose a custom action for double tap, like going back, going to home screen, pulling down the notification bar or taking a screenshot. It is exactly like the feature seen in the iPhone with limited features. Next we have Eye Protection Mode. This feature is also called as Night Mode and Reading Mode in other phones. You can turn it on by using this toggle or from the notification toggles or based on a specific time. This mode protects your eyes at night by filtering blue light. Next we have Gaming Mode. Once you enable this particular feature for any particular game, you get additional options like putting the calls in the background, auto rejecting the calls, blocking all floating notifications, and disabling automatic Wi-Fi connection. Now if you play a lot of games and don't want to be interrupted, this particular feature is a lifesaver. Next we have Face Beauty for video call. Now this is kind of a unique feature that can be found only in the Oppo and Vivo phones. For some reason, if you want to use the beauty mode while using third-party video calling apps like WhatsApp, this phone allows you to do that. Next we have Super Power Saver mode. Once you enable this mode, all the applications will be killed and you will be given access to only 4 applications: Phone Dialer, Messenger, Contacts and Clock. And that's all you can do, but it will drastically improve the battery life. Let's say you're running really low on battery and don't want your phone to die, you just want to answer calls, simply enable this mode and your phone will last for hours. Next we have an APPLOCK built into the system. For the first time when you open it up, it will ask you to set a password and then select the applications that you want to lock. Now the best thing about this phone is we can unlock the locked applications using the password or the fingerprint or even the facial recognition system. So most of the time, in good lighting conditions, you might never even see the lock screen if you have facial recognition on. Next we have Task Timer. This feature is called as Schedule Power On and Power Off on other phones, and as the name suggests, it will allow you to power off and power on your phone at a specific time. Next we have Network Management, where we can disable internet access to applications or Wi-Fi and mobile data. Normally many people won't be using this feature, but if you're someone who wants absolute control over your phone, or maybe you don't want applications to access internet, say Clash of Clans, or maybe if you don't want others to use internet on your phone for a specific application, maybe playing a game, then you can disable internet access for that particular application. Next we have Wireless Display. Using this feature, we can cast the screen of your phone to a smart TV or a Chromecast. I personally use this feature to cast the screen of my phone to my TV while watching a movie on Amazon Prime. Next we have a floating video player. The stock video player that comes on this phone gives us the option to play video in a floating window, and this is how it looks. We can also swipe on the right side to increase the volume, swipe on the left side to increase the brightness, and swipe left or right to change the playback position. Next we have background apps. By default, this phone is configured to kill all the applications running in the background after some time, but if you don't want some specific applications to be killed, say like WhatsApp or Facebook, you can whitelist them from this page. Next we have AUTOSTART management. When you kill applications from the recent tabs page, some applications restart and run in the background. Apps like Facebook and WhatsApp might be important, but apps like Amazon, Flipkart or even the UC browser need not run in the background. So from this page, you can block such applications from restarting in the background and thereby improving the battery life. Next, we have auto call recording. If you're someone like me who wants to record all the calls that they receive on your phone, we can do it on this phone. Just go to the phone dialer settings and we have the option for recording all the calls automatically. So guys, those were all the best features of the Vivo V11 Pro. If I missed out on anything important, do let me know by commenting below this video, and definitely check out my video on tips and tricks. There are many things that I didn't cover in this video. I put it all in that video. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It really helps the channel, and if you want me to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag ASKGREEDYTECH on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.